Okay, guys, welcome back to Jay's Strategies, where we talk about the latest and greatest crypto projects, charts, prices, news, and much, much more. Let's go ahead and get with it and dive on in. You know that we utilize CMC to go through our crypto prices. We're going to take a look at some news. We're going to do some shout outs. We're going to rock with you. I'm going to get with you guys on multiple socials, so that way we can get with anybody and everybody that is rocking out there with us. Alright, mad love to everybody. We're going to take a look at these charts because, as you see, the crypto market is going wild. So this is something that is definitely something that we need to take a look at and pay attention to. Alright, so we get with it and we can go through it, dropping across everywhere. Let's go, let's get with it. Mad love, let's go. Alright, utilizing coin market cap to take a look at the prices today, you can see that today's overall cryptocurrency market cap is 1.04 trillion. 24-hour volume is 28.4 billion. Bitcoin dominance is at 48.4%. Ethereum dominance 18.8%. 39 GUI is gas at the moment. We are on 33, more towards the fear side on Fear and Greed Index. Okay, so as you can see, take a look at this. Bitcoin sitting at $25,590. Past 24 hours, 2.3% to the downside, and we're below that $500 billion market cap. Remember, I told you guys this is something to watch for. The New York is closed session, okay, about to go into that Sydney session. So this is something that we are paying attention to across the board. All right. Ethereum now sitting at $1,599, 4.4% to the downside today. Okay, and we are below that $200 billion market cap. We're at $192.3 billion. Okay, and we've seen volume at 6.4 billion. It's ETH and 13.3 on Bitcoin. So yeah, you know we watch those stable coins. Okay, USDT now with the market cap of 82.8 billion. All right, so it did shed some below that 83, almost pushing 84 billion. 22.3 billion dollars in volume. All right, so that is actually something we pay attention to when we look across the board in the crypto markets. Binance BNB sitting at 206.85, 2.3% to the downside today. $31.8 billion market cap, 594 mil in volume. XRP, all right, at 51 cents, 2.1% to the downside. Okay, $27.1 billion market cap, $1.1 billion in volume, so heavy volume on XRP still. So we see Ripple Labs, RippleNet being used a lot, and as you know, for everybody that's been following along and rocking with us, okay, you know that we're paying attention to these. Second top stablecoin, USDC, we've been watching this climb up, has $25.9 billion market cap. So look, they're spreading and diversifying their stablecoins. Look at this market cap pulling up. Okay, $3.3 billion in volume. All right, so this is something we're going to be paying attention to. We've been seeing minting of more USDC coin, all right, which is good for the market overall as a whole because it's diversifying. Okay, all right, Cardano coming in at 25 cents, 4.5% to the downside today, 8.8 billion market cap, light on the volume for the rest of these, so we're just gonna rock with it. Dogecoin 6 cents towards the bottom side. All right, 2.4% to the downside, $8.6 billion market cap. Solano below that $20 mark right now, okay, at $19.96, 6.5% to the downside today, $8.1 billion market cap. Okay, on Solana, so that is, we're seeing these altcoins, some big moves here in the market. Tron still sitting at number 10, you know. I've been watching this guy sitting at, you know, the bottom of the top 10 for a while with that market cap. Tron sitting at 7 cents, 1% to the downside, $6.6 billion market cap. Your third top stable coin, DAI, all right, $5.3 billion market cap, so lighter on the volume. All right, and then we swing down to BUSD to look at this. All right, $3.2 billion market cap, $1 billion in volume on their stablecoin. All right, and then True USD, we're going to actually watch these because they really need to diversify the way that stablecoins are going across the market. So that is something definitely that would be good for the market security wise, not holding all stables, in one stable coin. All right. So we went through that. We just went through the top 10 to rock out and show you guys. All right. Now we are taking a look at Bitcoin. All right. It's Tuesday. Tomorrow's midweek, Wednesday. I'm looking at the 1 hour chart. All right. You can actually see this is on the short term, actually seeing what happened in the market today. All right. So as you can see on the 30-minute chart, we have pulled well below the moving averages. You can see this red box is New York session. You got my moving averages line. I use an indicator called Trader's Reality, okay? And you can find that by typing it in here, and you'll see it's right here. And this is a hybrid system utilized for the sessions. Like you see, the boxes are New York, Europe, Tokyo, Brinks, top volatile times a day, beginning of session, and then end of session, all right? So that way you can follow the market trends, okay? So that's something that we pay attention to. We were riding that 50 EMA, now we're well below it, and as I say on the shorter time frames, that's when you're looking for your positions, okay? Now, setting as a position, we talked about this the other day, that 25,400, 25,450 target triggers were hit on that dip, on that pull, all right? So that's something that we were watching and paying attention to in the market. We are now actually having this downward trend, and this is on a smaller, shorter time frames. All right, so this is something that we're paying attention to if we keep visiting that spot. Heavy level of support right at the bottom of this wick that you see, which was that $25,300 range. If we sell off and continue to get to that area, that's something that we want to pay attention to. Okay, 1 hour time frame, more longer term. All right, we kept testing that 50. And then we failed. We never pulled back above it, okay? So we want to see, are we going to close the next hour candle below the M0 pivot zone, which is sitting at 25,525 for Bitcoin, all right? Longer term outlook, you can see that we're printing a lower low on the 4 hour, okay? And then we go straight into the daily for you guys, okay? And as we've been watching and as we told you guys, you really need to pay attention to the key areas. So 24,850, okay, is a play in the cards if we close below this candle that you see here. And this is on the daily. You can see the moving averages, the 200, the 800, and the 50 are all turning down. If we see the 50 cross back over the 800, that will be bearish in the market overall. And that's something that we'll be paying attention to, okay? Heavy level of support, S&P index closing on the day, we talked about this. We were talking about, hey, we need that pullback to visit those moving averages. So that's something that we actually saw, which we already call. Okay, gold, safe haven asset. All right, you see that was a little bit of a sell-off slowing. People are buying into those dips in the assets in the market. And also the 10-year bonds, because the yields have been screaming towards the upside on the yield bonds for the 10-year yields. That's something we pay attention to. Bitcoin dominance showing a little bit of upward movement here, so they're buying the dip. USDT dominance towards the upside, holding stables on the sidelines. Ethereum 1600, you can see that we are below targets to watch for 1,550, and next heavy level support target at 1,365. We're just gonna go right through it. BNB hitting 207 now. We are below some of these closing areas that we saw here, so that's something that we need to be and pay attention to, because we don't want to see us printing lower lows on this daily. All right, so BNB on the flip side, 212 is something that we need to pay attention to. We haven't been in these lows for quite some time, but if we do continue to the downside, 198.50 is a target I'm looking for on BNB. We dropped some press releases. You can check that on the socials, Twitter, and all that. Don't forget to smash that like button, show some love, okay? Don't forget to swing by and follow on socials, where we drop all the latest and greatest information, news, and much, much more, okay? And don't forget to swing by and check out all the news media sites, because mad love, shout out, BPay in the house. So anybody that got it and you want to get it going and we want to rock out, you can go ahead and get with us, Okay, so we were paying attention to everything that's happening out there for cryptocurrency overall as a whole. And then, as you can see, what they have in the actual coin nodes, BlackRock, all these ETFs, and all the different stuff that's coming out is something that we want to pay attention to. Shout out to BPay, B News, rocking, pushing out the B News beneficial sites for overall and project growth. Okay. All right, we talked about all of our different tokens and we talked about everything in rocking. So this is just your today hit up. We'll get into it deeper on the deep dive with you. Until then.